myself Soumya Tripathi, working as Assistant Professor in Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, Greater Noida, which is being affiliated from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow. In today's lecture, I am going to give a detail about what is the role of individual in conservation of our natural resource. This is very much burning topic. We have to think on that, we have to protect our natural resource and we have to educate, we have to aware the different age group people that how we are going to save, how we are going to protect our natural resource in a different manner. So, let us start. It comes under the subject environmental science, code BP 2060. First, I will explain you about the natural resource. What is natural resource? A natural resource are the material which are gifted by nature. These natural resource, this all natural resource which we are enjoying, they all are gifted by our nature. So, we have to think on the protection of our natural resource, whether these resources because these are very much important to us, they are providing so many things to us. So, we have to also think that for the conservation, for prevention, for protection, we have to focus a key observation on our natural resource, and we use them as a resource in our day to day life. In our daily life, we are using these natural resource in a number of ways. So, we have to think on that. Thus, mining, petroleum extraction, fishing, hunting and forestry are generally considered as our natural. These are the things which are considered like mining. We have talked in our previous lecture that mineral resource is also a natural resource, forest resource, water resource, land resource, food resource, these all things are our natural resource. So, we have to think on that also. As the human population is growing, as our population is growing day by day, so the consumption of our natural resource is also going to increase. As our population is going to increase, we have to use maximum number of our natural resource. So, we have to think on that also, that how we are going to maintain both the items. Next, with the increase of industrialization and urbanization, when there is these two terms, industrialization as well as urbanization of the modern human society, these two things are increasing day by day. Nowadays, this both the things, industrialization and urbanization is going to increase, and the use of all these resources is increasing day by day. As they are increasing, the use is also going to increase. So, if these resources are not properly managed and used, there will be a serious scarcity of these resources. If the population is going to increase, if the industrialization and urbanization is going to increase, we have to use our resource in a very proper manner. Otherwise, it will create a problem for all of us. Not for us only, for our coming generation also. So, we have to think on that also. There will be a serious scarcity of all the resources and all will suffer from it. Now, the conservation is a proper management. What we have to do for avoiding all these things, we have to focus on the conservation. We have to have a look on the conservation, how we are going to conserve all these resources. So, this is a basic proper method we have to follow. Conservation of natural resource to prevent the exploitation, destruction and degradation of our natural resource, we have to focus on the conservation method. Now, why should we conserve natural resource? Why we are going to conserve it? The reason behind it is that so many things depend on our natural resource. So, for that only we have to conserve our natural resource. The question here I have put here, that why should we conserve our natural resource? Why there is a need of conservation? So, I have quoted some point that there is a urgent need to conserve our natural resource, very urgent need. We are there is very urgent need for our conservation. First is to maintain the ecological balance for supporting life. We have to maintain the ecological balance for what? For supporting life. This is one of the important reason. to preserve different type of biodiversity. We have to preserve our biodiversity. So, this is also main reason. And third is to preserve natural resource for the present and future generation. For our present and future generation, we have to preserve all the natural things. So, this is all are very much important. Why it is calling for our attention? Why there is a big attention to that natural resource? As I have discussed you earlier that we have to think on that, because these natural resource, as our population is going to increase, our natural resource are going to deplete. So, we have to put a big attention on that also. India as a country is blessed with rich natural resource. So, when our country is blessed with our natural resource, but from our research to the uses of our natural resource in our country, we found that resources are going to deplete every day. On every day we are going to deplete our natural resource. So, there is a big attention is should be put on that resource, that it is a big issue for all of us. As our country is blessed with different type of resources, so we have to maintain it properly, otherwise we will face some problem. First, we will, for example, the forest land is being depleted due to the urbanization. Our forest land, which is a big gift from our nature, it is going to deplete. Why they are going to deplete? Because of two things, overconsumption and overpopulation. These two things are very much necessary for the depletion for our forest land, because our forest land is a very big natural resource, and this is going to deplete due to the urbanization. By urbanization it is going to deplete, by overpopulation it is going to deplete, and by overconsumption we are consuming too much of our forest resource. So, by that reason it is also going to deplete. Now, second example which I have quoted here, that wildlife resource are being lost due to the illegal poaching, hunting and industrialization. We are not saving our wildlife. So, this is also a big reason for attention, that we have to save our life. Instead of hunting, industrialization and poaching activity, we have to save, we have to put a proper attention on that also. Now, here you see how we are going to conserve our natural resource. We are going to conserve our natural resource in a number of factors. In a number of ways we are having a conservation of our natural resource. The government of India has undertaken many measures for the conservation of resource. Our government is also in a very key attention that they can conserve our natural resource, but how they are going to conserve? They are going to conserve in a different manner. First, by regulation and reform from the proper housing and infrastructure development to avoid land acquisition problem. Means here you see that the regulations should be, the government has set up a proper regulation, proper standard for the safeguard of our natural resources. And the second thing which I have quoted here, mass media public service message to educate the people on the importance of conservation. We have to educate, we have to aware the public so that they can conserve our resource. We have to tell them the importance of our natural resource, how they are important to us. By this way we can save or we can conserve our natural resources. Increase the wildlife and forest reserve in country. We have to focus on the increasement of wildlife, right. So, we have to increase the wildlife of our country as well as the forest reserve. We have to focus on the prevention of our forest reserve. Schemes to do a proper inventory of resources. We have to set up a proper scheme. We have to set up a proper guidelines that how we are going to conserve our resource, okay, and monitor changes in the environment. And not only that, not only the proper inventory system should be increased, we have to think on the proper monitoring system. Means our government as a people and as our government have launched so many items, so many things for the conservation, but we have to set up a proper scheme both for inventory as well as for the proper guidance, and for the proper monitoring channels should be there for conservation of our resources. Various projects and schemes that promote conservation of resources. We have to also, the government has also set up various projects. There are so many projects regarding our conservation of our natural resource, and there are so many schemes that our government has set up for the conservation of our resource. So, we should also learn that also. As a responsible citizen, we should mainly conserve. As we are a responsible citizen, we have to conserve basically on soil. We have to protect the soil, because when we are going to protect it, we are going to save our land resource, food resource, agriculture resource. So, different type of things depend on our soil. Water resource can also be a very important resource for all of us. So, we have to focus on that. Biodiversity, if we are going to maintain this biodiversity, we have to focus on different items like land resources. The biodiversity is totally depend on land resource. Forest resource, if forest resource is proper, we will have a proper biodiversity. So, we have to focus on that also. And lastly, the forest provide us so many items directly or indirectly. So, we have to also conserve, protect this forest resource for our future need. Now, the conservation of soil, one by one we will discuss here how we are going to conserve our soil. Soil conservation measures should aim at preventing or at least minimizing the soil loss. The need of soil conservation is that we have to minimize the soil loss. The soil loss can be minimized by doing this conservation practices. So, in other hand, to do this, proper land utilization coupled with agriculture practice should be adopted. We have to conserve our soil. How we are going to conserve our soil? We are going to conserve our soil by doing proper practice on the land. So, by doing the proper practice on the land, we are going to conserve our soil. Some important methods are for the conservation of soil are: first, crop rotation. We are going to rotate our crop. In a particular land, crop rotation should be followed. Alternative growing of a cereal and a legume in a same field will not only increase the yield, but also increase the fertility of soil. How we are going to conserve our soil? The first reason is that crop rotation. We have to practice the crop rotation. These crop rotation not only conserve our soil, but it can also increase the fertility of soil. And this is very much important, that if the fertility of soil is increased, we are saving our soil. We are going to conserve, lastly we are going to conserve our soil. So, here you can see that the fertility can be increased by having a crop rotation practice, by using rotation method cropping. So, this is also a best method of checking the soil erosion. We are going to check, we are going to stop the soil erosion by having this practice, crop rotation. Lastly, you see mulching technique. Mulching technique is also a method by which we are going to conserve. These are the method by which we are going to conserve our soil. Soil को हम कैसे conserve कर सकते हैं? Here we can see it is a process of covering the soil and make more favorable condition. In this mulching technique, we are covering the soil and make more favorable condition for plant growth and development. Means if any land is not suitable for any particular type of plant, we have to follow that mulching technique, and we are covering that soil with more favorable condition that we should provide and increase, or we can save the soil and increase the fertility on that particular land. So, we have to follow that also. Strip cropping. Strip cropping is also a very best method. This is an agriculture practice of growing plant in a suitable strip. You have seen like so many strips are making on that particular farm, and by this strip farming we are going to increase the production of our grains. So, this technique is also very important. Now, dry farming method. This dry farming method is also very important. This method is particularly in a very low rainfall region. We follow this method. So, dry farming method may be practiced where the rainfall is very low and they are indefined and variable, and the dry farming method only crops are grown that can sustain, that can survive in a very low rainfall region. So, we have to follow this different techniques by which we are going to conserve our soil. Here some of the images, as we have discussed, that mulching technique, crop rotation, strip farming is like that. We have make the farming in a very stripped manner, and dry farming where there is a very low rainfall, we have to follow the dry farming method. Here we require, in dry farming we require very less amount of water. Now, how we are going to, in previous slide we have talked about the conservation of soil, right. So, these are the technique by which we are going to conserve our, this all techniques are these by which we are going to conserve our soil. Now, in this we are going to conserve our water. This is also very important resource, we have to focus on that. A step to conserve water is to step to secure future. This line is very much important, that if we are going to conserve water, we are going to save our future. So, please think on that how important this line is to you. The most essential among all the natural resource is earth is water. All the resources, if we compare among all the resource, the most important resource on earth is water resource. So, we have to think on that. A drop of water is worth more than a sack of gold, and for the thirsty man, the water conservation is what that can reduce the scarcity of water. The aim to improve the efficiency of water and reduce loss and waste. We have to focus on the three parameters. We have to focus firstly on the, we have to minimize the loss, we have to focus on conservation of water resources, and we have to utilize judiciously our water resource in a very proper manner, so that we are going to conserve our water. Now, tips to save water. There are so many ways by which, as we have saved our soil, see in the same pattern we are able to save our water. There are different methods by which we are going to save our water resource. First, avoid leakage of water from the tap. We have to avoid the leakage facility, because by this method we are going to lose our water. Turn the tap off when not in use. We have to have in a practice that we have to turn off. Tap should be turned off when there is of no use, especially when you brush your teeth and wash clothes. We all are unnecessarily wasting the water. We have turned on the tap and we are doing brushing and doing all the extra things which is not in proper manner. So, we have to turn off the tap so that we can minimize the loss of water. Rainwater harvesting is another method of conservation. We have to focus on rainwater harvesting. By that rainwater harvesting we can do number of things. So, this is a very best practice that we can conserve our water. The water supply should be limited in those areas which enjoy the unlimited water supply, and we have to distribute our water supply according to the water availability. Okay. So, we have to not give unnecessary water to that particular zone where they have a sufficient water. We have to equally distribute our water in all those areas they are suffering from. So, we have to also think on that we have to equally distribute our water in all a particular area according to their need. Now, the conservation of water is basically done by three basic methods. First, we are going to conserve our water by rainwater, second by historical water bodies, and third by pond. These are the three methods by which we are going to these are the technical method of conservation of water bodies. Some of the images I have also mentioned here, that rainwater harvesting, which I have told you that this is a very big, very special practice which we all should follow, that by this method we are going to save thousands of dozens of water in a very systematic manner. So, this method we should practice so that we can save our water and can be utilized in number of ways. So, here in this picture you can also see, by utilizing this rainwater harvesting we can do number of practices and minimize our water loss. Water being wastage in India, you can also see that a big amount of water is being wasted in different cities. No one is there to stop this tank and this water is flowing continuously. So, this is also a big loss for all of us. In second picture you can see here that this tank, the water filled tank is moving on the road and unnecessary, without a single use, this water is flowing continuously. So, this is also a very big problem. We are wasting our water without any use. And in third figure you can also see that this tap is continuously open, no one is there to stop, no one from the passenger, no one is here to stop this flowing water. So, this is also a big challenge. By this different things we are losing our water system. So, we have to also think, we have also put a specific rules guidelines to avoid this wastage. Now, conservation of biodiversity, we have to conserve our biodiversity because these biodiversity is also very much important to our nature. Biodiversity provide the base for the livelihood, culture and economic of several hundred millions of the people, including farmers, fishers, folk, forest dwellers and artisans. Means this biodiversity is also very important to the different people. So, it provides raw material for the diverse medicinals and health care system. So, we have to focus on our key observation on our biodiversity because they provide different raw material to different healthcare professionals, medical systems. Means these all biodiversity is very much important to the different people. It can also provide the genetic base to the continuous upgradation of agriculture. These biodiversity is really important for our upgradation of agricultures, fishers and for critical discovery in scientific and industrial and other sector. So, we have to concern on our biodiversity. If we are losing our biodiversity, we are having the degradation in agriculture, fisheries and in scientific field. So, we have to maintain it also. Now, there are so many measures to control biodiversity. What are the specific measures? Let us see. Legislation. Next is in situ conservation and third is ex situ conservation. These are the special measures to conserve, to save our biodiversity. First I will talk on the legislation. Formal policies and the program for the conservation and sustainable utilization of biodiversity resource dates back to the several decades. We have to put a proper formal policies and program for the conservation of our biodiversity. In situ conservation is the next method. In this, conserving the animal and the plant in their natural habitat. There is a very small little difference between both in situ and ex situ. In this, we are going to conserve the animal and plant in their natural habitat, and in this ex situ we are going to conserve plant and animal away from their natural habitat. This is the basic difference which we are going to see here. In situ, we are going to conserve the plant and animal in their natural habitat only, and this is known as in situ. And ex situ means in this we are going to conserve same plant and animal, but they are away from their natural habitat. So, this is also the method for conservation of our biodiversity. Now, methods to conserve our forest. How we are going to conserve our forest? There are so many factors, there are so many steps by which we are going to conserve our forest. First one is the conservation of forest is a national problem. So it must be tackled with perfect coordination between the forest department and other department. This is not only a limited problem, it is a problem for our nation. So we have to focus on what? It is a very big deal for all of us that we have to have a better coordination between one forest department and other department, because there are so many departments which are dependent on our forest department. So this is a very big problem for other department also. So they have also think on that. People participate in the conservation of forest are of vital importance. All of them should have a key observation. So all the people who are going to participate in the forest conservation, they are of vital use. So this is also an important parameter. So we must get them involved in the national task. So we have to think how we are going to conserve it. Method of conserving forest, again some point I have quoted here. The cutting of tree in the forest must be stopped. All the tree, the cutting must be stopped at any cost. Afforestation or a special program like Van Mahotsav should be launched. We have to promote on Van Mahotsav program. We have launched some special program more than that, and on the large scale we have to celebrate that program, so that all can aware, all can be have benefited from that, all can understand the importance of that conservation. Celebration of all the functions, festival should be proceed with the tree plantation, and nowadays we are following this practice that celebration of all the function, whether it is the birth of a baby or whether it is any big ceremony, we have to start these program by having the tree plantation ceremony. So this is also a very big idea, this is also a very big initiative for all of us, that we have to start each and every function by using the tree plantation method, so that we can save our forest. Cutting of timber and other forest products should be restricted, and we have to restrict, we have to strictly focus proper attention on the cutting of timbers. Cutting of trees should be strictly avoided, so that we cannot disturb our method. The grassland should be regenerated. All the grassland should be regenerated, so that we can increase the fertility, we can stop the soil erosion technique. Forest Conservation Act 1980 should be strictly implemented. During the 1980, the Forest Conservation Act has framed some strict rule, so it should be implemented properly for the deforestation, for checking deforestation. Several cantors of the excellence have been set up and awards should be instituted, and we have to set some factors, some things for the awarding, so that each and every can enjoy, can implement. Last slide is that by our Indian Constitute, we have framed some of the rules, like legislation for the conservation, we have set up some guidelines. First, various law and act have been passed in India, constitution for the protection and the conservation of our natural resource. For conservation and protection, there are so many law which our country has set up. Some of them are Environmental Protection Act, this is also very important, which have formed in 1986, Forest Conservation Act, this formed in 1980, and Chipko movement in 1988. These all are framed by our government for the conservation of our resource, and we have to think on all have to think on the conservation, how we are going to conserve our resource, how we are going to protect our environment. This is very much important. Thank you.